Hey, this is Gatorex, and I got Pikachu with me because we've got some more Detective Pikachu news. Now, what's really interesting is today is Monday. Well, okay, obviously. So this Wednesday is Pokemon Day, right? However, the day before, the 26th, typically that might be when we would get something, because when it's the 26th for us, it's roughly the 27th in Japan, right? So if we were to get any kind of Nintendo Direct, or sorry, any kind of Pokemon Direct, I believe that we would get news today, because it works out like this, right? We get an announcement this morning for a Direct tomorrow, because tomorrow is the 26th for us, 27th in Japan. It still works out. It still kind of sort of works out. That countdown though would misalign that, that's going on Twitter, but point is, we got some different news today. Of course, obviously, I set my alarm for this morning to see what we would get, and I got a notification that Detective Pikachu movie Twitter had posted something new. Now, this trailer is actually something new. This just went up a few minutes ago. So this right here is a funny little video from Ryan Reynolds, who of course is playing Pikachu in the Detective Pikachu movie. For the most part, he's mostly just going on about, how much the role is important to him, how much he trained or whatever. It's nothing it's nothing important, but the fact is, he was kind of like the first one to say that there's going to be a new trailer tomorrow. Acting is behaving truly under imaginary circumstances from Sanford Meisner. Point is, there's a new Detective Pikachu trailer tomorrow. The part where his wife pops in to say something is hilarious, I find. This point here is especially funny.
He didn't even change his voice. It just sounds like him.
The point is...
Yeah, that line where his wife says, "Oh, he didn't even change his voice, it just sounds like him." That's funny, because that's kind of the main criticism going around about Ryan Reynolds voicing Detective Pikachu, is that, he just sounds like Ryan Reynolds, which is fine, maybe. But point is, that was the announcement that we got this morning at 6 a.m., or roughly a little before 6 a.m., saying that there's going to be a new trailer tomorrow. Now, again, like I said, the interesting thing is, if we're getting a trailer for Detective Pikachu tomorrow, and today was the announcement, would that overshadow any sort of Pokemon Direct if we were to get a Pokemon Direct tomorrow? If we were supposed to get a Pokemon Direct tomorrow, or say maybe tomorrow we get an announcement for some sort of Pokemon Direct that would announce something. Like, obviously, Pokemon Day can realistically be whatever it wants, It doesn't even really need to be a Direct, right? Because the whole reason that we got a Pokemon Direct back in 2016 was because it was, the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. So it was a Pokemon Direct sort of presented to us under the guise that it was celebrating Pokemon's 20th anniversary. And then, at the end they announced Pokemon Sun and Moon. So, the other Pokemon Direct that we got in 2017 that was talking a lot about Pokemon Tournament, right? And then, of course, at the end of it, they're like, oh, also Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. So, say if there were to be a Direct this time around, right, in 2018, what would they be talking about? I mean, the only thing that we kind of know that we as fans know that Generation 8 is sitting in their back pocket, or Pokemon Switch, whatever game that is, but I'm pretty sure it's Generation 8. Whatever that game is, it's sitting in their back pocket. They're just waiting to announce it, waiting to bring it out, pull it out, and everything. But if that's the only thing they have, is that what they're going to talk about? Because, now it's like the 23rd anniversary of Pokemon, right? That's not necessarily something big or something that you can talk about or have a whole presentation about to celebrate. Obviously, they're celebrating. So, I mean, you could talk about, other things, Pokemon Go, Detective Pikachu movie, but those aren't Pokemon things. Well, those are Pokemon things, but they're not Game Freak things. So, this is what's going on. And of course, we did talk about the Pokemon Day activities at the Nintendo New York store, which oddly enough, I don't know if I showed it, but we talked about it, but it was retweeted today, this morning, by Junichi Masuda, who of course is the director of the Pokemon games, and he's been a little, we've talked about it briefly in that people extremely overanalyze his tweets, for some good reason potentially, because he does tend to drop hints, or he's done it in the past. Let's see, tomorrow a new Detective Pikachu movie trailer is coming. Also tomorrow the world will say hashtag Pika Pika. Also tomorrow, that's it. 2 things is plenty. What's interesting is they're saying, like, tag yourself to be featured. As you notice right here, we've got some new footage of Charizard. So that's actually pretty neat. And, like, for the most part, this trailer is all footage that we've seen before. And but again, it's tomorrow. It's your turn to say Pika Pika. So that's kind of like the guise of it. And then at the end here, they do show off Charizard a bit more, and we get to see Pikachu cowering in fear, saying Pika Pika. New trailer tomorrow. Join in and say hashtag Pika Pika. Tag us for a chance to be featured. Hey, I'll say Pika Pika. I don't know what they mean by that though. Do they mean that you're supposed to make a video of you saying Pika Pika and put the hashtag on it, and then you'll be featured somewhere? Or do you just say, I'd assume it's a video. I'm gonna look like an idiot if I make this video trying to get featured saying Pika Pika and then no one else does it. But so yeah, that's it. We got 2 new looks. New look at Charizard. We kind of already got to see Charizard a little bit better. Say in the first trailer, you can kind of see him a little better. And of course, you know, in the card that we saw. And yeah, so that's all for trailers. But of course, you know, following the Detective Pikachu Twitter, that's very good, very important. And again, I still like their profile picture. It's pretty cute and all. But for the most part, that's it. That's all we got. We got 2 videos. Again, you should maybe watch the Ryan Reynolds ones on Twitter. It's kind of funny. But again, you know, this doesn't have any footage in it. It's mostly just a comedy thing. That's the first announcement for the trailer. And then, of course, you know, they follow it up with their own proper, proper tweet saying there's going to be a trailer tomorrow. So what's going to be interesting is they're hyping up this trailer. So obviously, it's probably going to be something good, something big. Or at the very least, you know, it's just going to be like the next trailer. Because, well, that's something that, like, movie companies and movie Twitter pages have been doing, like, for a while now. They hype up they have a trailer for the trailer, or they say, hey, we're posting a trailer tomorrow, because, you know, it gets a lot of attention. With the original Detective Pikachu movie trailer, this one up here, it got so much attention the day it was posted. And what's funny is, you know, there's a little teaser trailer posted, like, that day also for Toy Story 4, right? It was kind of neat. It was like, oh yeah, you know, I went to breakfast with some family and I showed them that, and I'm like, this is kind of funny, yeah, Toy Story 4 trailer. And then as I'm scrolling through Twitter, it's like, oh shoot, a Detective Pikachu movie trailer finally dropped. That was the first one. I'm like, hey, I gotta go. I've got to go. I'm not going to watch this here. I'm going to watch this at home. I'm going to react to it. And as we know, that started, well, not started, but that better kick-started our journey into everything here. So obviously, this, like, what's going to happen tomorrow, it's not going to be like the 30-second TV spot. It's going to be a new trailer. It's not going to be 100% new footage. They're probably going to reuse, you know, some of the stuff like they've been reusing, just because, like, it's really good trailer fodder. But we're going to get, again, new stuff. It's probably going to be a full minute long, full minute and a half probably. Or no, well, the original one here was like 2 minutes, 20 seconds. So it's probably going to be along those lines, 2 minutes long. It's going to be a lot to talk about. Thankfully, we've got a warning now, and I'm going to set my alarms and everything bright and early to talk about it. But I think that's the main point, is that if we're getting this trailer, and again, this trailer is a big deal because the Detective Pikachu movie is a big thing, obviously. Because, you know, first big Pikachu, first big live-action Pokemon movie in a while. And what's neat is, you know, that there's another movie that came out recently, Battle Angel, or Alita Battle Angel, that's based off an anime. And while critics aren't necessarily liking it, fans are loving it, and it's doing relatively well in the box office. Not amazing, but it at least made its money back. And like I said, you know, people, like, the viewers are loving it. And so if we get like one good anime movie this year, maybe we'll get a good video game movie this year as well, because, you know, Detective Pikachu, at the very least, I've said, you know, it looks like it's hitting the right tone from the trailers, and it's nothing too offensive. We've got like 2 fart jokes so far in the trailers, but that's not going to impact like the whole movie. Like, obviously, you know, you can put fart jokes in a good movie. I don't know, Detective Pikachu is great. I think I'm really excited for it. I do hope it's good. I do hope it's good, and I really do want to see it in theaters just so many times. Warner Brothers, if you're listening, please, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I love this movie. Do whatever you can. But point is, the direct, right? The direct. Because, you know, there have been a lot of rumors and everything for Pokemon going on and about Pokemon Direct. So the interesting pieces are this, right? We get this announcement, and this, in a way, is going to kind of overshadow any sort of Pokemon Direct. But obviously, they can just drop anything. We don't need a Pokemon Direct to drop a trailer or announce a game. Because, you know, with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, that was announced at a conference, right? And I don't know how. Obviously, they had pre-announced the conference to people, you know, who were going to be actually attending it over in Japan. But for us, we didn't really find out about it until like pretty soon. Or it's just like a thing of like on Twitter dropping, hey, there's a conference going on, we'll post updates. Pokemon Quest gets announced. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee gets announced. And then, like, just a reminder, oh, hey, yeah, game coming in 2019, which, again, you know, that's crazy. So that's what we're holding out on nowadays for the new trailer. So don't get discouraged or anything. Like, what would be absolutely crazy is if, like, you know, 6 a.m., right, just bright and early on Pokemon Day, the 27th, just a trailer drops. It just comes out of nowhere. It's uploaded to the Pokemon YouTube channel, posted on Twitter and everything, and it's an announcement for the brand new game. Would that necessarily be the best choice? Obviously, like, it's going to spread. It's going to get attention. People are going to see it, and it's still going to be a big thing. But would they be missing out if they didn't build up to it in some sort of Pokemon Direct, in some sort of press conference or anything? I don't know. But for the most part, I think Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was definitely a surprise. It hadn't been closely followed the same way that Pokemon Directs are, and the same way that, you know, just other things in general are. So. We'll have to wait and see. I think that could definitely happen, you know. Again, with the big things are the Pokemon Day events happening at the Nintendo store, and just in general. Obviously, like, Pokemon Day is shaping up pretty neat. We're getting a new trailer for Detective Pikachu, and Detective Pikachu is really, really important for Pokemon as a whole. Just in case you didn't exactly get that, or like know that or grasp that so far, and that, yeah, it's the first big live action movie for a Pokemon video game. And so obviously that's going to be big, that's going to be important. I'll talk a little more about the importance of Detective Pikachu movie later, but that's what's going on. We're getting a trailer tomorrow, and I'm pretty doubtful of a direct happening this week, because, like I said, I think this morning would have been the time to announce it. Get 6 a.m. today, get an announcement for Pokemon Direct. That happens tomorrow, because tomorrow, again, 26 for us, 27 in Japan. Announce a new Pokemon game or whatever. But yeah, like I said, what are they gonna have a direct for? I don't know. But anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think we're still gonna get a Pokemon Direct? How excited are you for Detective Pikachu, the movie coming out, and the trailer tomorrow? Hey, say hashtag Pika Pika also on Twitter. We'll look into it so you don't look like an idiot like I probably will. But anyway, leave a comment below and we'll continue the discussion down there. Also, I want to remind you to go ahead and check out GatorX Plays, my other channel, posting Let's Play stuff. I'm going to post like a recap of the convention I went to this Saturday, because that's going to be cool. It's pretty neat over there. And again, new podcast episode this Friday over on GatorX Plays. Thank you so much for your support on the podcast, because, you know, that means a lot. Glad you guys are liking it. But anyway, if you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. This will make sure you see each new video as it comes out, and will make you a member of the Chingling Squad. Anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.